The votes are in. Cook County representatives decide to repeal the controversial soda tax.
Thousands take to the streets for the 40th annual Chicago Marathon.
And Northwestern celebrates its first ever homecoming Wildcat.
Those stories and more tonight on the Northwestern News Report.
It's your news right now. Good evening and welcome to the Northwestern News Report. I'm Matt Zdun.
And I'm Anika Henniger. Thanks for joining us. After months of backlash, Cook County commissioners voted today to repeal the controversial sweetened beverage tax. NNN's Caitlin Boudreau has more. Caitlin, what's the deal?
Well, Anika, if you watched local TV at all this summer in Cook County, you know the soda tax caused quite the stir over the past few months. One side argued the tax would hurt local restaurants and grocers. The other thought it would lower obesity rates and generate revenue. Today, pop prevailed. Earlier this week, I visited Evanston restaurants for their take on the tax. When Olive Mountain owner Hasib Blan learned Cook County's sweetened beverage tax would be repealed, he was overjoyed.
I'm really happy, yeah, but I can't wait.
Blan chose not to raise prices when the tax was implemented for fear of losing customers. Caught between a rock and a hard place, he felt the tax was unfairly burdensome to small restaurant owners like himself.
We feel that it's costing us too much.
And it's not just owners feeling the pinch.
I'm a server, so I make my tip based on how much the customer spends. Even the fountain drinks are just like $2, and I mean, it doesn't seem like a lot, but it definitely makes a difference.
While some are jumping for joy, for others here at Boltwood, the repeal is not so sweet.
People really didn't order sodas here before because it's kind of like a healthy restaurant, so there wasn't really that much of a change.
With not much at stake, Boltwood server Charlotte Foucault supports the healthy lifestyle the tax promotes.
I don't think they should repeal it. I think soda's really bad for you. I think sugary beverages are really bad for you. I think it should be harder to get them.
For better or for worse, servers throughout Evanston say soda sales have fizzled since the tax was added.
I've noticed more and more people starting to just ask for water.
A healthy lifestyle embraced by some, but an empty wallet feared by others. Caitlin Boudreau, Northwestern News Report. Now, the repeal is not official until tomorrow, but the board voted in favor of it this afternoon. The penny per ounce tax will not be removed in full until December 1st. Commissioners allowed a grace period for the board to determine just where they will make up that $200 million in lost revenue from the repeal. County Board President Tony Preckwinkle, a staunch supporter of the tax, has suggested that without it, budgets for health care and public safety would be cut dramatically. Commissioners hope they can find a better compromise. For more on the soda tax and everything politics, stay tuned for Politicat after the show. Now back to the desk.
Today marks nearly 3 weeks after Hurricane Maria devastated Puerto Rico, but the U.S. island territory is still in desperate need of aid. Evanston and the city of Chicago have jumped in to provide what help they can. So far, that's included clothing, food, and other vital supplies. NNN's Eric Miller joins us now with more. Why does it seem like the effort is moving so slowly?
Well, Matt, the sad fact of the matter is that the infrastructure in Puerto Rico is basically gone. We're only just now able to get aid into the island. A number of groups in Chicago have been collecting supplies for weeks, but Maria did so much damage that it just hasn't been able to get, or we just haven't been able to get it to the people who need it. That's part of why Mayor Rahm Emanuel sent a delegation of 22 first responders to the island this week. That group, as well as 30th Ward Alderman Ariel Reboiras, will be on the ground providing medical assistance and helping with cleanup and reconstruction for 10 days.
And Eric, what have private citizens been doing to help in the effort, and can Northwestern students get involved?
Well, Evanston businesses have already raised $12,000, an event earlier this month called Give for the Gulf. Now, this was originally supposed to benefit the victims of Hurricane Harvey, but with Irma and then Maria, the scope of the event widened. Groups in Humboldt Park and Logan Square, which hold many of Chicago's more than 100,000 strong Puerto Rican population, have been holding clothing and food drives as well. Now, here at Northwestern, the Latina and Latino Studies program released a statement asking that members of the NU community contribute as much as you can. Along with that statement, they provided a list of organizations, including the Hurricane Maria Children's Relief Fund and the Puerto Rico Real-Time Recovery Fund. Their full statement and list of suggested organizations can be found online.
Well, Eric, thank you very much. Now, for more information on the efforts and how you can get involved, check out our website, nnnTV.org.
The Chicago Marathon celebrated its 40th anniversary this past Sunday. NNN's Nikki Griswold has more on the event that shut down over 26.2 miles of the city's streets.
Approximately 40,000 runners participated in the Chicago Marathon this past Sunday. They came from all 50 states and from 140 different countries. Among them was Northwestern junior Emily Deal, who ran her first marathon in Chicago last year and participated again this year for the 40th anniversary.
I think it's really cool because there's people from all over the world that run the marathon.
The course went through 29 Chicago neighborhoods, and an estimated 1.7 million spectators showed up to cheer alongside the entire length of it.
So basically every single inch of the course is covered with people. It was really fun to just run through all the different neighborhoods of Chicago and see the different aspects of their culture and what they like to do to cheer runners on. So it definitely made it go by way, way faster.
Deal certainly doesn't seem to be slowing down anytime soon.
So I'm actually doing another one in 2 weeks. I'm going to take some time off and I'm going to do Boston in April.
But as far as marathons go, to Deal, Chicago will always stand out.
And then I definitely would love to run Chicago again. It's such an amazing race with all the people coming out. And if for some reason I couldn't run it in the future, definitely volunteering at it would be cool too.
The sense of community is a big part of the Chicago Marathon, and this year 12,000 volunteers worked on race day to help the event run smoothly.
It's been great. The weather is gorgeous. I mean, the people are so nice. The best was I saw 2 runners helping another runner finish right here at the 26-mile mark, so very cool.
Galen Rupp won the men's race with a time of 2 hours, 9 minutes, and 20 seconds. The Oregon-based athlete is the first American to win the men's competition since 2002.
It's real fun to see Americans doing well again and being competitive in these races, and hopefully we can inspire a future generation to pick up distance running, and they'll have that belief growing up that they can be there.
Nikki Griswold, Northwestern News Report.
Although the runners are still recovering from this weekend, the application period for the 2018 marathon will open later this month.
I'm Nolan Robinson, and you may be asking, will it be sunny? Will Evanston be drenched in rain or snow? Well, who knows? Well, I do, and coming up, you will too.
At Northwestern, we're Wildcats in every way.
Northwestern break right through that. With our colors flying, we will cheer you all to go. Go you Northwestern, fight for victory, sweet victory, for the fame of our fair name, and go Northwestern, win that game. Go Cats!
At Northwestern University, we are pioneering innovation and achieving excellence across every imaginable discipline. At Northwestern University, the possibilities are endless.
Let's take a look at the 5-day weather forecast to get you ready for the next few days. Wednesday is hump day and sadly the coldest day of the week. We will be hit with showers in the morning followed by a cloudy afternoon, a high of 64 and a low of 57. We won't be seeing much of the sun again on Thursday morning as it will be mostly cloudy and we will have a high of 69 and a low of 55. Friday, the start of a much needed weekend, will be mostly sunny with a high of 76 and a low of 64. A great day to take advantage of a run or picnic before we are hit with PM showers on Saturday, preceded by a partly cloudy morning. Saturday will have a high of 77 and a low of 63, reaching the peak high this week. Sunday will be a gloomy day as we prepare for the new week. It will be cloudy with occasional rain showers throughout the day, a high of 68 and a low of 52. It's been Nolan Robinson, now back to the desk.
We're looking forward to that sun. Northwestern officially has its first ever homecoming Wildcat crowned this weekend during the reunion's pep rally festivities. NNN's Kayla Clements spoke with Weinberg senior Sebastian Garcia about his new title and this year's change.
Purple pride filled Northwestern as alumni and students gathered for homecoming weekend. But this year, the homecoming committee put a new twist on an old tradition by electing a homecoming Wildcat. The new title replaces Homecoming King and Queen, a change that Wildcat winner Sebastian Garcia sees as more inclusive.
We had one victor who was the homecoming Wildcat, to discourage these like heteronormative gender roles that are kind of commonplace in college and college culture.
Students spearheaded the movement to change the traditional titles as part of a larger effort to make NU a more open campus.
It kind of creates this like culture where it has to be a man and a woman. What if you're non-binary? What if, it could be 2 men or 2 women? What if, it was a very good step from the university.
But for Garcia, it was his friends and family's support that made it a homecoming to truly remember.
This was fun to see my friends kind of come together and rally for me. That felt really cool to see, and so it felt like it was a good, a nice reflection of my friends' love for me. So that felt nice.
Kayla Clements, Northwestern News Report.
Congratulations to Sebastian Garcia on his title for Homecoming Wildcat.
Yeah, what an honor that is, the
Absolutely.
title Homecoming Wildcat. Well, we wanted to get your opinions on Northwestern's new Homecoming Wildcat, and that's on this edition of Rock Talk.
It could be a bit odd taking away the glory from being the king or queen, because that actually has more roots than just being elected as the title.
I feel like in this day and age, especially it's 2017, do we need a king or queen? Can't it just be another person? So, I mean, I'm totally down with that, so yeah.
I think it's great because it's not gender specific, so a Wildcat could be either for a boy or a girl or someone who isn't conforming to the binary system.
I think it's a pretty cool progressive idea to, not limit it to any gender conforming traditions.
Honestly, I think it's a little unnecessary, and I still see promotions for Homecoming King and Queen as oh, vote for him as Homecoming King, vote for her as Homecoming Queen. Nobody's referring to it as Homecoming Wildcat.
Well, if you have an idea for future Rock Talk topics, tweet at us at NNN_news.
Coming up, an annual tradition breathes new life into old bikes.
At Northwestern, we're Wildcats in every way.
Cheer you all to go. Go you Northwestern, fight for victory, sweet victory, spread for the fame of our fair name, and go Northwestern, win that game. Go Cats!
At Northwestern University, we are pioneering innovation and achieving excellence across every imaginable discipline. At Northwestern University, the possibilities are endless.
Northwestern's campus has some new changes to its meal and dining options in an effort to attract students to live on campus. As part of the new 2-year living requirement on campus, dining options are more robust than previous years. At the beginning of this school year, Norris opened a new restaurant called The Kiln, a spin-off of Evanston's popular restaurant Blaze. At this new restaurant, students can create their own personal pizzas. Lisa's also received a new upgrade this school year. The popular on-campus late-night eating spot got rid of its signature sandwiches and replaced their menu with Mexican-inspired cuisine. Lisa's also made room for more food options, providing students with a grocery-like store on campus. In addition to dining upgrades, the university replaced equivalency meals with dining dollars as an effort to attract even more people to live on campus. The university now also offers only one unlimited meal plan, which is $500 less than the previous unlimited meal plan. The Kiln is open daily until 11 p.m. Lisa's is open from 11 a.m. until 2 a.m.
And a Northwestern alumnus is back on stage just 3 months after graduation. School of Communications alumnus Eric Peters booked a role in the national tour of the Tony Award-nominated Motown the Musical. The production played a short stint at Chicago's Cadillac Palace Theater last week. This is actually Peters' first national tour. He said his Northwestern training helped him land the part. Well, Peters credits his success to Northwestern faculty like NU vocal coach Kelly McHugh.
Although he was always very charming and a wonderful storyteller, I think that his training here let him know that he was extremely versatile and could be a leading man.
The tour is slated to run through May.
Getting around campus can be difficult and time-consuming, so many Northwestern students opt to bike. But if they're not bringing their bikes from home, where are they getting them? One option is the annual bike sale at Norris, and NNN's Esther Wells was there.
Biking around campus is a staple of fall at NU, and this year students had a new way to get their hands on a bike. For the first time, Norris Outdoors offered recycled bikes as part of its annual bike sale. Norris partnered with the Recyclery, a bicycle repair and education center based in Chicago.
It just seemed like a really natural connection for an educational bike shop that is really focused on promoting social justice within sustainable transportation, as well as providing access to bikes.
The Recyclery's Sneha Narayan said the partnership will give these gently used bikes a new life.
There were way fewer bikes available at the Norris Outdoors programs, and they were basically bikes that were reclaimed, that were once locked to posts. Often those bikes need a lot of work before they can be rideable again, like they might be rusty or they might have parts missing.
Students welcomed the larger selection of bikes this year.
Getting a bike here on campus and not having to go out and go purchase one myself and just being able to purchase one here, especially at a lower price, was really convenient.
But Norris Programs Manager Nancy Cambron Perez says the partnership will go well beyond a bike sale.
Not only are they able to provide the bikes that we're selling here on campus today, but they're also bringing bike safety information.
Throughout the day, dozens stop by to check out the bikes, even President Morton Shapiro. Esther Wells, Northwestern News Report.
Police officers were also on hand to distribute helmets for new bike owners.
And Northwestern took on the Nittany Lions at Ryan Field Saturday looking for a homecoming win. We'll tell you if they got it. That's next in sports.
At Northwestern, we're Wildcats in every way.
Go Northwestern, break right through that. With our colors flying, we will cheer you all to go. Go you Northwestern, fight for victory, sweet victory, for the fame of our fair name, and go Northwestern, win that game. Go Cats!
At Northwestern University, we are pioneering innovation and achieving excellence across every imaginable discipline. At Northwestern University, the possibilities are endless.
The Cats are recovering from a bruising by Penn State this week after Saturday's rough homecoming game.
NNN's Adam Bronstein was there.
Northwestern managed to hold Heisman Trophy candidates Saquon Barkley in check on Saturday afternoon, but it was not nearly enough to get the win, as the Cats didn't score until the game's final minutes, losing to number 4 ranked Penn State 31-7. Northwestern's offense showed positive signs early, but was unable to get points on the board, allowing Penn State to gain a 10-0 halftime lead.
Self-inflicted wounds, it looked like, from my standpoint. You know, we get a great run, we get a penalty, we get inside the 10 or at the 10, we get a penalty. You know, those are things we've got to be more disciplined with. And
in the second half, Barkley was finally able to break off a big run, extending the Penn State lead to 23.
Keeping him inside and in front was one of our goals for this week. And I think, like you said, we did that for the most part. He had one big run, and we got one on an open tackle. He got picked by the ref, but you'll see that yourself. We got to do more, though.
Despite the loss, Fitz did speak highly of his guys after the game.
I firmly believe in our guys. I firmly believe in what they can do and how they can do things. We just got to coach them up and get them to execute it and play better.
Northwestern will next take on the Maryland Terrapins in College Park. Linebacker Patty Fisher and safety Godwin Igwebuike will both miss the first half of that game after being ejected in this one. From Ryan Field, Adam Bronstein, NNN Sports.
Well, as Adam said, the Cats will square off against Maryland this Saturday, so tune in next week for results of that game.
Yeah, looking forward to it. And coming up, a McCormick senior is taking his business to the next level. Colin Pham is this week's Northwestern Newsmaker.
At Northwestern, we're Wildcats in every way.
Go Northwestern, break right through that. With our colors flying, we will cheer you all to go. Go you Northwestern. for victory, sweet victory, spread for the fame of our fair name, and go Northwestern, win that game. Go Cats!
At Northwestern University, we are pioneering innovation and achieving excellence across every imaginable discipline. At Northwestern University, the possibilities are endless.
One student is taking his high school job mowing lawns and turning it into more than 100 jobs here at Northwestern. NNN's Andrew Merica has more in this week's Newsmaker.
Colin Pham found a way to put cash in NU students' pockets while helping out the Evanston community, and he did it by keeping it local.
I think we did around $20,000 that summer.
In high school, Colin Pham's parents told him he needed to get a job, so he did what many students would do. Odd jobs around his neighborhood with his friends.
Me and two of my friends, Cam and Charles, we started putting up flyers around our town. We called ourselves Newton Odd Job Services. We did like, lawn mowing, whatever. And that was really fun. That was the first summer we did it. It was just us three. We were just kind of working some jobs. And then my second summer, we did it again. That was the first summer, I think, that we actually hired people.
It was wildly successful, and 5 years later, the now McCormick Senior is trying to do the same thing again.
Local connects college students who are interested in earning money with community members who are interested in getting tasks done.
With Local, Evanstonians can pay to have Northwestern students do any number of jobs, like mow their lawns, clean, run errands, shovel snow, and more. And the students get paid $15 an hour.
I think the idea is just good.
Eric Burke is the business and operations manager for Local.
So I like to joke that I do everything that isn't coding.
He's minoring in transportation and logistics, but Eric says working with Local has taught him so much more.
I've learned, how to weed better, right? Which is a good task, obviously, and a good skill, but I've also learned, about how to use QuickBooks and things like that.
With help from $14,000 in grants from Northwestern, Local's team of about 20 is profitable, and
we're hiring.
I don't know if 100 students is the right number. That's what we think it is, but ideally what we want is to be able to offer jobs at any time during the day from like 9 to 5.
If they do grow to 100 students and make enough money, Colin's plan is to make Local his full-time job post-graduation. For now, Local will be launching at the University of Wisconsin in Madison, where Colin's sister Caroline will head the operation. Beyond that, the team plans to continue expanding throughout the Midwest. From Studio B, I'm Andrew Merica, Northwestern News Report.
And you can check out Local online at localstudentworkers.com. What a cool idea.
Yeah, I wish I would have thought of that. Well, that's all we have for you tonight. I'm Anika Henniger.
And I'm Matt Dunn. Thanks for joining us.